Just 1/3 of the way through this Bassmaster Classic, the 2022 Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic presented by Hook. That is the takeoff location, Green Pond Landing, Anderson, South Carolina. And what a venue it has been this week. We have experienced a Lake Hartwell explosion. Day one did not disappoint. Suchi took 15 pounds to get inside the cut. It took 17 pounds just for us to see them on camera today. They caught them in a big way. And in our home state, South Carolina, this week for the Bassmaster Classic, we have a Carolina boy at the top of the leaderboard, 20 pounds even for Brian New.
How about that guy? How about those fans coming out there? They are showing up at all of our venues this week so far.
Huge takeoff, huge expo crowd, and the weigh-in did not disappoint either. Lake Hartwell, our lake this week. We mentioned it, so many different places to fish here. You have the Seneca, 6 and 20 Creek, the Tougaloo, Lightwood, Sadlers. There's so many places you can catch bass on Lake Hartwell. And we're going out to the takeoff. It was just a couple minutes ago, but these are all of the last preparations before go time for day two, the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic. Thank you guys for joining us on Facebook and YouTube Live right now. Getting us kicked off for day two coverage. It's going to be a great day. We're going to be on Fox today and on Bassmaster.com. You'll be able to watch all the action go on from 8 a.m. Eastern time until 3 p.m. when they check in.
And there is tons of action going on right now on the lake, Ronnie. Bass Track is lighting up. The lead has changed several times already this morning on our first half hour of fishing. Patrick Walters with the limit is on top. It's a small limit, but we're going to see if we can sneak in and watch some of those guys fish right now.
There were a lot of key moments for these anglers, specifically Stetson Blaylock, some of our guys on camera today. Key moments, Such, where big fish showed up, and it's either you execute or you do not. Those guys at the top, they cashed in on their opportunities, and like you said, Such, we're already seeing some changes in the leaderboard. Patrick Walters from 6th to start the morning into the top spot. Jason Christie from tied for 9th into 2nd. David Mullins, our current Angler of the Year leader for the Elite Series.
Couple of nicer sized fish.
Into 3rd place right now. He had 15 pounds yesterday and was a little shocked he was down in the 20s. We'll see if he can get in the action. As you see, everyone has dispersed from Green Pond Landing. A lot of anglers heading north towards Seneca River, towards 6 and 20. And a guy we were out with yesterday, Jason Christie, we're out with him this morning in a very similar spot.
Today's the day, Ronnie. From 55, we cut it to 25, who goes Sunday. Vie for the crown and the $300,000 first
I'm
place.
Looking at one. We got there's just a lot of fish swimming around. Like I'm kind of what I was doing yesterday. What I'm doing is everybody's throwing swim baits. Everybody's throwing. If there's a new little bait, just we don't even have a name for it yet. Yum bait, 3.5 inches, just a slick body. And what I'm able to do on live scope is just keep it right above their nose. No paddle tail or anything, but I've got two, okay fish. They're swimming around. I just got to get one of them big ones out of here. And I wanted to start over there, and somebody beat us to it. So I want to go back, but I'm kind of, I want to also not let him push in here. So I'm just really just kind of skirting around, looking. The problem is once you make a cast, once they see your bait in the morning, or you catch one out of a school, it's a lot less likely. It's better chances to move on and find new fish, but it's hard to do that when I don't want, if he leaves, and I'm just going to, and then I can just move around.
Saw Jason Christie get off to a good start yesterday, Such, in this area. Able to catch a couple key ones, get settled in for the Bassmaster Classic in his return to the biggest tournament in the sport. And this was earlier this morning. We mentioned it. He jumped from 9th place into 2nd unofficially on Bass Track, and this is the reason why. Sitting right now with 3 in the live well. Solid 2 1/4 to start his morning. Looks like another one of similar size for keeper number 2 for him.
He's trying to finish some business, Ronnie.
Gotcha, buddy.
It's the body of water Jason Christie's won on, but he's won differently than he is this week. That's a spotted bass. The first one was a largemouth. Catching a little bit of both. Small third keeper there, but those 3 fish have him up towards the top, and it's always good to get a quick start. No matter the size of them, obviously you want the biggest 5 fish you can bring in every day of Bassmaster Classic competition, but to get settled in a little bit, you can go hunting for those bigger bites if you have a quicker limit, and maybe if 1 or 2 of those you're okay with weighing in, like yesterday. First fish for Jason Christie was one that he weighed in and was glad to do so.
Yeah, Patrick Walters has 5 fish, but I don't think he wants to keep any of those by the time Wayne comes around there. You only go 5-10.
Patrick Walters got off to a slow start yesterday. Took him a little while, so quick start today. Good sign for him. Like we mentioned it, David Mullins with 2 fish. He's in 3rd place right now, but watching Jason Christie, this is not the way that you would expect with a warming trend, water temperature in the mid-50s, getting closer to 60 every day as we move further into this week. You would not expect him to be fishing this way, but it's a little different.
See,
Jason Christie this
I mean,
week.
I can still see the bottom
There's
out there. But
Greg
it just
Hackney.
breaks everything up just enough.
Great day 1 bag of 18 pounds, 9 ounces. Put him in 3rd place, tied with Steve Kennedy. Steve Kennedy had our big bass on day 1, a 6 pound, 7 ounce.
We're out with Greg Hackney right now, and he's caught a couple fish this morning, getting into the groove, and this was the one that's going in the box for him from earlier this morning.
I don't know if he's that big. Yeah. Fat one there. That's a female. Well, one bit it.
One was entered as a 2 1/4.
Yeah, not too bad of a start for Greg Hackney, and yesterday he said in the interviews that he was, targeting spotted bass, that was his deal. He was going to go do that. And I asked him, it's different than just laying up and going for the easy limit or the quantity. He said, no, I caught a 4-pound spotted bass yesterday. That's my second biggest fish.
Ronnie Buddy Gross got his limit. It's not large, 6.5 pounds, but he's jumped from 26 to 5th place. How much movement do you think is going to occur today?
Tommy Sanders said it before we came live. He expects half the top 10 to filter out, and we'll have 5 new anglers in the top 10 tomorrow going into the final day. So you can definitely move on this lake, especially with 15 pounds being middle of the pack. Somebody catches 20 pounds and they're just below that, they'll make a big jump today.
Sad thing is somebody's going to have to fall out, too.
For sure. This was Patrick Walters, our unofficial leader right now. He started the day in 6th place. Got off to a quick start, like Such said. A limit in the boat. Not big, but 5 quick bites. Fired up a school early this morning.
Spotted bass. It's a good spotted bass. Okay.
Well, this morning, Walters took the lead at 7:23. Ronnie Christie took it back, and then Walters filled his limit and is currently on top. We had about 11 lead changes yesterday, fighting Jared Miller and Caleb Sumrall, and then New, and then Steve Kennedy, and New ended up with it.
I say that.
One 20-pound bag.
120-pound bag on the dot yesterday. 20 pounds, 0 ounces, the leading weight.
It's not a bad one, though.
Patrick Walters will be one that you want to keep an eye on. Yes, Brian New is considered a local here. Brian New is also local to a lot of other lakes. The only true local in the field, I feel, is Brandon Cobb, who struggled mightily yesterday. But Patrick Walters, a lot of college experience here, great in the Elite Series as well. We will see how he manages his schools today.
That was just awkward.
No, Brian New said he has hated this lake. He did a nasty little thing to the Visit Greenwood. Neil Paul showed him his disdain for Lake Hartwell. But the last time in the Open, I think he missed the cut, but he said, I learned what not to do. I learned what I need to go be doing at Lake Hartwell.
He said he started to love Lake Hartwell, and 20 pounds even on day one for Brian New is plenty of reason to love Lake Hartwell.
yeah.
We all love them. 3,000 fans at the takeoff yesterday, probably more so today. We saw them lined up early this morning to watch the anglers launch. Look at the flotilla of boats waiting to follow their favorite pro. You can watch it all day long. We're going to be at a couple places today, starting at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, just 20 minutes from now. We will be on Fox, Big Fox today for 4 hours of Bassmaster Classic coverage. You can also check out all the content and live mix on Bassmaster.com all day long, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys for joining us this morning, the Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Classic.